What's up, guys? It's Keanu here. We're doing a Pendulum deck profile. This is probably gonna be the one I take to regionals.
Really?
Yeah,
Are you
yeah.
sure?
And you know, a surprising thing, I've cut the Pendulum Magicians out.
Are you sure?
I am. But I'll get into it.
Great.
Well, you know how attached I was to them. Like
Yeah.
they're just too good. It opens up like a whole like rank 4 toolbox. Like, you got your synchro plays, but
You don't really sync her like that anyway.
yeah. I mean, I've been testing with this, and this seems pretty
Effective.
pretty sick. Yeah,
Is it better with or without?
it's more consistent without.
More consistent.
Pendulum
without?
Magicians have become a little clunky. Like,
But do you
with
think the Pendulum Magicians overall have potential to be better?
Oh, they're still broken. I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. So I got 3 of the big boy. I think everybody's probably playing 3 of him at this point. He's just too good. Striker's probably about to die, but he can't be targeted or anything, so that like killed them. He's just pretty sick. He's pretty sick, and his skill effect is like ridiculous. Where like you can remove all his counters, pop a bunch of cards.
Mm-hmm.
Move these out of the way. So 3 of the servants. This card is like could be hit. That's how good it is. I could see them like moving it to 1 in the future. Cause this is how you play around the bureau. Like 3
Yeah.
counters. You get out the jackal. That's pretty much it. You're just gonna combo off after that.
Yeah, there's not a lot that a player like me can do against Nibiru except for just using like super polys, but it's good to have some kind of something worked into
Yeah.
to negate it.
It's just the best card. If I see that in my opening hand, and like 1 spell card, which is all the time, I'm pretty sure I'm going in. 2 reflections. So I just started playing this one because I didn't know how good it was, but it does the scowl effect is kind of like all the other ones. It gets 3 counters, and then you can special summon 1 from your hand that can hold a counter. So if I don't open up the servant and I have this and a jackal in hand, I can still play around like in Nibiru. It's not a problem. It's just too good not to, and it's level 7, so that will matter when we get to the extra deck though. And then I play 2 of the Magisters, and this one's the same. Once it gets 3 counters on it, special summons from the extra deck, like when you're face up, ones that can hold a counter. Now that one's pretty good. Okay.
So what's your go-to move right now with this deck? Asking for a friend.
Well, I mainly want to get to this boy as quick as possible. I usually have this like way before. Sometimes I have it before like normal summon or like special summon, or like I'll get 2 monsters on board. I'll get servant and this out like so quick.
Yeah, I feel like you typically
It's
start
super
off with
fast.
that. But here's the real question. Say hypothetically speaking, you're playing someone who uses zombies.
Well, that's a free win.
Well, how should they go about beating you?
They should just scoop. All right.
What about when they do beat you?
So along with the 3 jackals, I do only 2 master servers. This is pretty good. It's a free body on board. But what I've seen a lot of people do is they'll have this in Skell and another one in Skell and go try to like, Skell, activate the effect. This has to be the only card in your Skell. And I've seen a lot of people get locked up and, they aren't able to use it. And the thing you ran into with Pendulum Magicians in this card, if this was ashed, you literally were dead in the water because you can't Pendulum summon because they're all level 4s. So even if this were to get ashed, it honestly doesn't matter because everything else is big. One of these, that's pretty good. I could pop it in Skell to shuffle 1 back. One of this boy back. Shuffle him back, draw a free card. Can't beat that. This is a super standard package. That will always be there. The 3 Chronos 1 Time Gazer. It's just too good to cut.
No, let me ask. Do you only use Time Gazer because he's in the anime?
No, I need a target for the chronograph.
Oh, because I was wondering why Stargazer wasn't right beside him. Because I noticed that sometimes you like to hold up 2 cards at once.
Well, hopefully Astrograph will come back one day. No, that card was nuts. I've been seeing a lot of people cut this out though, and I honestly don't know why.
I heard someone talking about it. I heard someone talking about cutting those out, and I didn't understand why because they're a pretty big part of your game plan.
It's too much advantage
Yeah.
to cut out. Like it just helps me get through it. It's your free summon before Electromite. It's just too good. It gives you access to your like rank 4 toolbox. I don't play that many, but this is also in the package.
And you see, the thing is, like I said, I heard other people talk about it, and then I'll play you, and it's really solid, and then I play them, and they're not very good.
And it's janky as hell.
And I wonder, why was it that you targeted those specifically to take out when you could have taken out, I don't know.
And this one, like, this is the only synchro, spoiler alert, I mean tuner, I run in the deck, but it gives me access to like 2 really good ones. So I'm never gonna cut these. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. But I mean, if they're winning, they're winning.
It's like cutting a Cyber Dragon out of a Cyber Dragon deck.
2 of the curtain raisers. I kind of want to do 3, but this is already like a 42 card, 41 card deck. This is really good. It's a free body. I wouldn't do 3 because you can only use the scale effect once per turn. I mean, once per duel. Sorry about that. Yeah. So once you use it, that's it. But it gives you more access to your rank 4s. It's also really good to side out going second. So, all right. So here's a this is new for me. This is a really fast engine. So what you normally want to do, you normally want to see like this like immediately. So I think everybody knows how the spellbook engine works, but so you would see this, and like if you have Servant Skull, that's like 1 counter. You search out the blue boy, summon him, go get knowledge, activate knowledge, tribute him off, and draw 2 cards. Like it's just too good to. I didn't run it I held off running it for a long time, but it just helps me get like too many spell counters. It's just absolutely wild.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like when you have a spellbook of Ty Lopez, like you have to add it in.
Knowledge. So this is super standard. This is obvious.
Yeah.
It's just way too good.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah. It's really nuts. This says you can't super poly me, and you can't Dark Ruler no more me, so you're going to scoop and go to game 2. So
are you saying me specifically? Because
yeah. So what this does is when you drop it, you have to have a spellcaster like to activate it or whatever. But if you don't control a spellcaster, you can't activate spells.
Yeah, but you see.
So that like helps out a lot.
See,
So I
the
don't
only
have to
thing
worry about
is-
all of those.
You see, the only thing is, like, say, hypothetically, you're playing a zombie player, and
It's-
they have zombie word on the field, well, all of a sudden you don't have any spellcasters either.
Yeah, but going first, you set up your board.
Going first, maybe, but, you know,
Okay, and then,
at the end of the day,
We're gonna run 2 Allure Darknesses.
to Allure, tell us why you chose Allure over anything else.
I don't know. Just gets me through. It gets me counters. I'm not gonna do desires. I've been hurt too much by that card. What tends to happen to me a lot is this engine is always cut off for me, right? Like this thing is like, it's like glued to my hand for some reason. So this is automatically offline. So sometimes I open up like this, and like I'll just allure, and then this is always my banish target. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. Allure is really good. I wouldn't do desires anymore. Not in this build. If I was still doing like pure pendulum magician, I would do that.
No, I know. I know. We went to a tournament not too long ago, and a guy played 2 desires.
Yeah, I
And
know.
so like
Desires
obviously,
into
like,
desires.
yeah, like obviously I just waited until he activated the second one, then I ashed it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry.
And then no, 2 Dragon Shrine, Foolish Burial. This is for the Destrudo, Dark Worm, little engine, and it's free counters. And this is my 42nd card, so it's 41. This is just super good. This is super good build. This will be my regional deck. Let's go into the extra deck. So 1 Electromite, Phoenix, Unicorn. These are super standard for
Of course.
Pendulum. And then I'm throwing in the BLS. I'm throwing in the big boy. Just because so this thing is like when you link it with like a level 7, you can't target it with card effects. Also, it can't be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. When this card destroys a monster by battle, you can activate one of these effects. It gets super beefy. It can gain 1,500 attack points. It can make it a second attack, or it can banish one. It's just, it's nuts.
Do you mind if I hold that real quick?
No, I know what you're gonna do.
No, actually, I wasn't.
No, I watched the anime. I don't want to hear it.
No, but you know, because it says just if you destroy a monster, right? And it's not limiting the way that you use the effect. So if you were to say destroy a monster, you can double attack, and then since you destroyed another, you can make it gain 15.
Well, no, you can only have one of those effects.
Oh, see, I missed that part. That's why I was asking.
And then
so can I read it just to make sure?
No, and then Yugioh. This is like, this is just good. It's good. Sometimes like I'll have like a complete board setup, and like I'll have enough negates on field before my pendulum summon, which is like nuts. No, with my pendulum summon, I'll have all my negates, and I'll just start Yugioh to dig for sometimes just for that the field spell, the Secret Village. It's like it's crazy.
Honestly, you know, I had that Cyber Dragon deck, and I had Saryuja, and
it's nuts.
and I would give all of my cards away for Saryuja. The card feels broken, but at the end of the day, I put it on the field, and it really didn't save the duel, but it was really good.
The next one is Borreload. I may cut it. I don't know. I just don't go into it.
No, I feel like when you have Link 4 cards, most of the time, it's not necessarily that like, you know, they're not amazing cards, because a lot of times they are, but I mean, you're giving up a lot for some of these decks. I mean, if I play something that's Link 4, I mean, that's 4 cards that I get on the field. Typically, I have nothing less than like 2,800 attack points on the field.
I mean, it's a good out. It's a good out to some things you can't get over, but
yeah.
I'm never that deep into the game.
Yeah, I typically use cards like that for like desperation.
This should be I know it's cheaper now, but this should be in every extra deck. It gives every deck like the chance to OTK. It's way too good.
And we've seen
I almost never have to go into it though, surprisingly.
We've seen many people you know, lose their cool over Boral Sword.
Yeah.
Whether it's because, you know, they got like hit with Boral Sword, or because it was left at home, like they didn't have it, you know.
Yeah. These so this is the little Odd Eyes little extra deck package. There's so many level 7s. It's like just too easy to go into not to do it. Then I got the Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon.
Where'd you get that card from?
I think I got it from you.
Yeah.
It's just it's good. I don't really go into it unless for some reason I'm in a game 3.
It feels just so broken.
It's only like broken in time, like, which almost never go into time, but game 3, if you're looking at the clock and you go first, like I just put this out and let them do whatever they need to, because every time they activate a card effect, it's gonna burn you for 500. So like, go ahead.
Honestly, that card right there, I had.
And then usually you still finish out with like this and like 3 other negates. So,
yeah.
I mean, I'll let them do what they do. this card. I don't see this card played anymore. Which this is like a OTK in itself.
Yeah, I mean,
Like why you wouldn't play the Dark Worm engine like just to end it all? Like it's insane.
Dark Rebellion is one of those cards where like if you're playing it, you probably won, but you're also probably gonna look like an asshole.
Yeah, like you go into this to win, obviously.
I think that's why a lot of people don't play it because they're scared to look a certain way. But at the end of the day, I mean, winning is the name of the game.
Tornado Dragon. Pop
It's
spell or
pretty
trap.
standard right there.
It's okay.
Can't go wrong going just about anything.
Abyss Dweller, that's like an auto win against some decks. Cause if I set it up going first and they can't play game 2, like their turn, like game 3, it's over. I don't know about this card yet. It clears boards. I mean, it's Raigeki. I mean,
yeah.
It's good. I was doing the Ignister thing, but I never use it because it essentially does the same thing as Unicorn.
Yeah, it just kind of depends on what you're playing. And everything depends on what you're playing, but
this is cool though. It's won me a good bit of games, so, believe it or not. And then just the FA Dodge Director. It's a good good negate, good extra negate.
That one right there, I feel like I've never heard anyone else use it.
Well, I've seen people use it. I'm starting to see them cut it though, but it's just too good.
Yeah, whenever I was playing Cyber, I came across that and I thought, why don't I have this in here?
Yeah.
And but I was going around and everyone else, like no one else that was at our local, had anything like it. So for a while I was just like, no, it's fine.
Yeah. I guess I'll go into the side deck. This is subject to change. Obviously, regionals is a couple weeks. 2 Denko. I like 3. It's just every time I see 3, I open up like 3. So I'll do 2. 2 Pinker Tops. This could be like in every side deck.
That's true.
If I face a mirror match, this is really good. Kaijus are really good in every situation.
Yeah. And honestly, Kaijus can go in any deck.
Yeah, especially when you open up like 2 of them, it's pretty. But like when you open up both of them, it's wild. Cause like, I was playing a mirror and I Kaiju'd over the Vortex.
Mm-hmm. So
that's a negate gone. Special summon mine, and I just did my thing. But it's fun, alright. This odd V. I wish I could do 3, but I don't know. I need to figure this out a little bit more. Dark Ruler No More is really good. 2 Twin Twisters. I gotta get rid of that back row. Gotta get rid of that anti-spell fragrance. Evenly match. I mean, this is a blowout card. And then the red reboot. Set back down the anti-spell fragrance or the Imperial Order. That's the only thing that hurts, but other than that, I feel pretty comfortable with it.